What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, The Last Days, aka Pretty Ricky Williams. That's my name, YouTube. On Facebook, this is me. That's how I do it. December 11th, 2012. See, I ain't like the rest of these guys, right? Want to make a video right after the fight. You know, after they were so-called right. I don't got to do that. You know, me, I like to let the smoke settle a little bit, you know. Let it seep in to everybody. And then I drop a video on y'all. Just like that, right? But let me start off by saying this. There's a lot of boxing channels out there. I watch them, you watch them, right? We all watch them. That got way more hits than your boy. You know, I like money, right? I like to get a YouTube check. But they getting thousands of hits and didn't get it nowhere near what your boy Rick said was going to happen on Saturday night. That's just me putting it out there. Like my shit, comment, subscribe. But let's get into it. Marquez beat Pacquiao for Graturo Saturday night. To speak on the undercard, honestly, the undercard was lacking, I think. Really not a good undercard, but isn't that the top ranked way? And I know I said I wasn't going to pay for it, and technically I didn't.
You didn't.
Technically I didn't. My brother-in-law owed me $50 because we had a football bet. He said the Vikings wouldn't be 500. They're 500. At least as of... No, they won last week, right? They won Sunday. Yeah. So now they back over 500, but he said they would never be 500 in the season. So he came over, dropped off $50. Bam! Got the fight for free. And I'm glad I did. Honestly, I'm real glad I did. Let's get into it, guys. I mean, what more can I say? I got it right. 100%. If you want to go over 100%, 110%. If you've seen my video, I'll put the link in the description if you guys haven't seen it. That's all I'm saying about it. Manny Pacquiao got caught with a right hand and a third, went down. First time we seen him down in years. Right then I was like, oh shit. Oh shit, something about to go down. I'm proud of him though. He got up and didn't give the best performance of his life like everybody saying, oh, before he got knocked out it was the best performance ever. No, it was his gutsiest that we've seen. You know why? It's a gutsy performance when you have to dig down deep and try to find something to win. That's what champions do, and I never denied Manny Pacquiao as a champion. He's a good fighter when you keep him in the context of what he is. All right? But then came back up, you know, later rounds. He got a little bit more active, Manny did. Was hitting Marquez with some good left hands. Marquez was taking those left hands like a champ, which we've never seen him do. Usually those left hands either knock him down or stumble him. He was taking them bad boys. Marquez is a full-fledged welterweight now. He's carrying that weight and that muscle. I believe he knocked Marquez down in the fourth, was it? But to be honest, that was a flash knockdown. If you guys go back and watch the fight, Pacquiao was standing on Marquez's foot when he hit him. So he was more off balance than anything from the foot and the punch at the same time. Round 6. Whew. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go back to round 5, guys. Round 5. Pacquiao had Marquez in trouble after he broke his nose, right? Had him in the corner and was the last seconds of that 5th round and was teeing off with left hands, just setting it up. And couldn't knock Marquez out. I told my brother-in-law, he was here watching it with me. Again, he paid for it. Somebody about to be in trouble. This dude is teeing off and can't knock Marquez out. That's something. That's saying something. Okay? 6th round comes up. Manny Pacquiao is very active. His footwork is looking good. You know, he has that bounce in his step, that in and out. You know? Marquez is not shying away from him. He's fighting for him, but you can see Marquez starting to rotate, you know, or move the dance, as I like to say. When a boxer, when they boxing, they dance them around, or they start to turn them, right? He really started to turn Manny Pacquiao. And Pacquiao was really wary of those getting hit in the body, because Marquez hurt Pacquiao to the body in that fight a couple of times in them early rounds. So Manny Pacquiao, we're going into the last seconds of the sixth round. Manny Pacquiao's real aggressive, caught Marquez with a couple of quick blows. Spent him around, was about to try to finish him off in the corner. And he does what he always does, guys. He comes in off balance. Marquez takes a step back and walks dead into him with a 2-inch punch, a right hand straight to the front of his fucking face. And Pacquiao goes to sleep. As my wife likes to say, he was snowing. Right? What's crazy about it, how people try to act surprised that it was going to happen. If you know boxing, and I say that with the truest form I can, if you know boxing, I don't know how you could not see this happening. Everybody is shocked and awed. I am not. Again, the only reason Manny Pacquiao did not beat him, well, really two reasons. He was robbed on the scorecards. We all know that, but I'd never take it away from a fighter if the judges give somebody a fight. I just can't do it. When we look at the fights down the line 15, 20 years from now, no one's going to say the judge robbed that guy, right? It's going to say he won the fight. It's going to show a W on boxingrec.com if the internet's still here, which I don't see why it wouldn't be. Right? It's not going to say he got robbed by the judges, right? It's not going to say it was at a catch weight, or this fighter was drained, or, I mean, this guy had bricks in his gloves. The W's and the L's are L. No matter how you guys want to count it, in history it's going to always be the same. But the only reason he couldn't finish this dude is because he lacked the power. He never had a problem connected with Manny Pacquiao in none of the fights, especially with that right hand. Marquez opened him up with that right hand so many times it looked like a rerun. I don't know how we couldn't see this happening, guys. Right? But congratulations to Juan Manuel Marquez. Vindicated. Revenge is a dish best served cold, and that was one of the coldest knockouts I've seen in a couple of years. Cold. Knocked him out cold. Knocked him out cold. Manny Pacquiao, he's a great fighter, man. He's a good champion. I mean, I don't knock him. I really don't. But what I hate is when the media and other boxing fans put this guy into an echelon that he does not belong. He never belonged in the echelon of Floyd Mayweather, right? He never really belonged in the echelon of the greatest of all time. He's good against certain styles, and he's always been stacked up against a certain style. That's why he's always in a knockdown drag out with Marquez. Marquez is a true boxer counterpuncher. All these other guys were come-forward fighters. And I really don't trip on the drain stuff, the catch weight, because, fighters like Margarito, I mean, he'd have beat Margarito anyway with how strong he was at that point in his career. Margarito is a come-forward fighter. He's a come-forward fighter, right? He'd have beat Oscar in that stage of his career, even if he had more weight, because Oscar's reflexes had dulled so much, right? Cotto, that's the only one I'm really weary on, because I honestly think that Manny Pacquiao was on pads at some point in time in his career. But again, that's not going to take away his W. Right? So, I mean, great fight, Juan Manuel Marquez. It was a great fight by both fighters. I think it was very entertaining. I enjoyed it a lot. But I gotta say, him getting knocked out was the sexiest shit I've seen in a long time. I mean, I look at my wife every day and she's sexy to me. But that was some sexy shit. It was like a fat booty girl walking through the front room with some biker shorts on. That's how serious it was. But what's next for both fighters? You know, Marquez, sky's the limit. I mean, I think it would be perfect if he retired right now. I mean, I think that would be on his career, it would be so awesome. He would go down as celebrated, one of the great Mexican warriors of all time. I think it would be awesome. But, you know, money's money. He's got a couple of fights out there, Tim Bradley, Brandon Rios, you know, Robert Guerrero. I mean, it's a bunch of different fights he can make a good piece of money now on. They've catapulted him to number 2 in a pound-for-pound list. I mean, right now his name is gold, right? The one fight I wish you guys quit talking about is Marquez Mayweather 2. That's a waste of time. That's a waste of time. I don't care how strong Marquez is. You got to hit Floyd to beat him. Shut out. 12 rounds shut out. Pacquiao, limited, very limited, but he's already got a couple of fights lined up, guys. He's gonna fight Brandon Rios. I mean, he's gonna fight more than likely a rematch with Tim Bradley. They're gonna force a Marquez Pac-Man 5 on us if they can, depending on, you know, how man he looks and how, you know, things go on in his next fight or so. So he's still viable as a name. As I mentioned to you guys, the Mayweather option is off the table. There's no way he's making any major money fighting Mayweather. He'd probably make $7 or $8 million if he fought Mayweather. That's Cotto money. That's how much money he would get. It's like Cotto money, right? So let's stop that conversation, and let's stop the JM versus Mayweather 2 conversation. It's really not a waste of time. It really is a waste of time. I apologize. Correction. So that's it, guys. Y'all let me know. Shout outs to some of my favorite channels. I got my boy and my barber. Check out the cut, y'all. Y'all see that cut? That's my boy A Deezy, the barber. He has a YouTube channel. Teach you how to cut hair real slick. I'll go ahead and put his link out down in there. The female boxing fan, Rick Ross, Gambino, Dwyer, Boxing Bell, Steffi Bell, one of my favorite people online. If I forgot you, I apologize. But that's it, man. That's my 12 minutes and 25 seconds. It's the last days. I'm out.